on the road to City Hall. Last night, New Yorkers got their final opportunity to see Bill de Blasio and Joe Lhota face off before next Tuesday's general election. But there are another 13 candidates running for mayor. They're going to be on the ballot as well. And we're making sure that you get an opportunity to hear at least a little something from all of them. Joining us tonight to make their pitch to you, the voters, are Jimmy McMillan from the Rent is Too Damn High Party, Michael Sanchez of the Libertarian Party, and Daniel Fine from the Socialist Workers Party. Welcome to all of you. And, I wanted to do this because, look, the whole premise of the show is that different people see and talk about and think about and try to do politics in different ways. And that includes you guys. And so what does a Socialist Workers Party candidate for mayor want everybody to know? What's the reason to vote for you that the rest of the system isn't offering right now?
The capitalist system is in crisis on a worldwide scale. Working people are being laid off, our wages being cut, unions being attacked by the police through stop and frisk and other repressive measures. This is due to the capitalist system. All the bosses can do, all the government, which belongs to the bosses, can do is to squeeze more out of working people to try to keep their profits high enough. The Socialist Workers Party is the only workers' party in the election. I'm the only worker running for office. I'm a factory worker. I'm a socialist candidate that thinks that the working class needs to take the political power out of the hands of the capitalist class. On the road towards this, we need to address unemployment. It's the biggest issue that's totally ignored by my opponents. We call for a public works program to put the millions of unemployed to work, building affordable housing, child care centers, so forth. This would unite the working class, put us in a stronger position to be able to fight for other issues.
I read that you were surprised or maybe even offended that Bill de Blasio gets called sort of a far-left candidate.
He is a bourgeois socialist. He is a candidate that defends capitalism 100%. He'll tell you that. His party is one of the main capitalist parties which defends this system, which only has war, racism, and economic devastation for working people on the agenda for us. I'm the candidate that's for the working class. When I say socialist, I mean the working class taking control of this country, taking control of the economy, and running it in our interest and not in the interest of the big corporations.
Michael Sanchez, give us the libertarian view.
Well, as a libertarian, I want more social freedom and more economic freedom, as we're bogged down with, like she said, stop and frisk, which is a terrible violation of our civil rights. I do believe it's going to be overturned in the courts, but I don't want to go that route. I prefer if we elected the politicians to eliminate the policy instead of justify it, because if it is overturned in the courts, then it's just going to be a stain on New York City's record of civil liberties. As far as economic freedom, so we see every day, every restaurant I go into, they say that they're spending more time when they're doing their inspections trying to get the paperwork right instead of cleaning the restaurant and keeping up with their daily duties. As a result, they get gigged, they get a B rating because they didn't cross a T or dot an I, when the inspection shouldn't be based on how clean the paperwork is, but more based on how clean the restaurant is and whether or not there are any health hazards.
Jimmy McMillan, no stranger to our program. Is this a scheme to get a nice place to live up at Gracie Mansion? Is that the general idea here?
Well, that's a good idea, but I wouldn't want to live there. I would like to want to be around the people who support me. Well, the rent too damn high, party speak for itself, rent is too damn high. I went undercover in New York City Housing Court. I wanted to find out what was wrong because I couldn't really trust anyone telling me what was going on in the house court, because the destabilization is in effect. I call it a Bernie Madoff type of Ponzi, an eviction fiesta they're having, and people can't afford to pay their rent. And the landlord is giving out 1-year leases instead of 2-year leases. What happened in Stuyvesant Town, if you can remember, the judge in that case is representing a housing case today where the landlord returned the tenant's rent. And when the landlord returned the tenant rent, it went back 18 months later and the judge ordered that tenant to pay that rent. But the question is that the same judge and the same attorney firm that was working in that Stuyvesant Town case, the attorney firm sits on the Judiciary Committee to appoint these judges to their bench. We have a problem that needs to be addressed. People can't afford to pay their rent. And there will be a rent reduction because they're using an illegal law called Article 31. They're using criminal code 240 called discovery on demand. So they turned it around, the legal firm did, turned it around, and usually they call it a discovery and inspection.
So what would you do as mayor?
As mayor, our rent is going to be reduced because they're eviction tenants right now as I speak. Under that illegal law, Article 31, that should never is forbidden. So corporations against corporations, not corporations against tenants. And so by the evicting tenants, your rent will be reduced. New York State is treating the tenants wrong. And I am here to make sure that this city get under control.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, then we'll be back with these candidates for mayor in just a moment. Remember, if you'd like to get in on the conversation, you can do that on Twitter. We are at Errol Lewis or at Road to City Hall. Stay with us.
Grab the newsletter mornings with the call every weeknight at 9 on New York One. Go to ny1.com, click on the call, check out the top stories, and pick the ones you want to talk about. Then get in the mix.
You tell us what news?
John Schumo's got your calls and emails.
Anyone think of installing metal detectors?
I think that's absolutely crazy.
This isn't news the old-fashioned way.
It is your top stories.
The call every weeknight at 9 on New York One.
Back in the day, women liked a man who had hair growing everywhere. But women today prefer a man who's trimmed and groomed from head to toe. That's why you need the new Switchblade, the world's first 2-in-1 trimmer from Microtouch. It puts the power to groom from head to toe and everywhere in between right in the palm of your hand. It will even keep your hair looking neat and trimmed between haircuts just by combing. With a lighted micro trimmer here and a full-size trimmer built right in here. Now you can put a razor-straight edge on sideburns, mustaches, and beards. Remove unsightly ear hair and eliminate embarrassing nose hair. And for those bushy eyebrows, just snap on a guide and groom it perfectly in seconds. Look at the difference. Then just click your Switchblade and you've got the convenience of a full-size trimmer. So you can leave the back of your neck barbershop perfect by yourself. Powerful enough for the tough stuff. Yet gentle even on your most sensitive skin. The snap-on guides let you control how much hair is removed. Remove a little, a lot, or remove it all and show off that hard body. And only Switchblade lets you keep your hair looking neat and trimmed between haircuts, just by combing. What a great way for women to keep the man in their life perfectly groomed, or for moms who want an easy way to trim up their kids' hair. The Switchblade from Microtouch replaces expensive trimmers like these and puts the power of a 2-in-1 total groomer right in the palm of your hand. Easily worth $40, like yours for just $19.99. Call now, and you'll also get our beautiful 10-piece precision grooming kit. It includes every grooming tool you need to always look your best. A $20 value, yours free. You get it all. The Microtouch Precision Groomer and this beautiful 10-piece grooming kit. An incredible $60 value for only $19.99.
To order Microtouch Switchblade, call 1-800-573-6596. That's 1-800-573-6596. Or go online at getswitchblade.com.
Welcome back to the Road to City Hall, where we are talking with 3 candidates on this year's ballot for mayor. Jimmy McMillan of the Rent is Too Damn High Party, Michael Sanchez of the Libertarian Party, Daniel Fine of the Socialist Workers Party. And you, Mr. Fine, think that we should not just increase the minimum wage, but maybe double or triple it?
Yes, the minimum wage right now is $7.25 an hour. The bosses love that. More money in their pockets, but it's devastating for working people. And I was telling Jimmy at the break, this is one of the reasons why we can't pay rent. They don't pay us enough. And wages are in fact going down if you take into fact of inflation. So what's happening is rent goes up, food goes up, gas goes up, wages don't go up. The working class needs the unions to fight for a higher minimum wage, much higher, double or triple, which would put us in a stronger position, help unify the working class, put us in a position to fight for other things that the working class needs as far as stopping the deportations, eliminating stop and frisk, and eliminating the super exploitation of working people. Now, de Blasio and Obama, they want all of $9 an hour. That doesn't cut it. Try to raise a family in New York on $9 an hour. It doesn't work.
And libertarians don't believe in too much regulation, so where does minimum wage fit into your thinking?
Well, I believe that the minimum wage at one point had a basis like back in the 30s when it was first implemented. But as a libertarian, I believe in free markets. I would more address monetary policy, which causes the inflation, but that is not a city issue. As far as the rent is too damn high issue, which we were talking about during the break, I think we could reduce red tape and allow people to develop their two-story, or their two-family home into a three-family home, or a one-family home into a two-family home, and add more housing units to our overall housing pool, and as a result, supply and demand, as we increase supply, demand will decrease and the prices will...
What do you think of what Mr. Fine? Mr. Feinstein? Maybe the wages are too damn low.
No, because they forget the point. Out of business, going out of business, lost not least. Businesses can't afford to be here. So you can't just keep raising and raising and raising and raising. At some point, you're going to have to draw the line. Everybody's making football players' salaries, or basketball players' salaries. You have to, enough is enough. Rent is too damn high. Landlords are charging $3,600 a month for one bedroom. On Fort Hamilton military base, they're charging $3,900 for one bedroom. Enough is enough. You just can't keep raising them. If you reduce the rent like what we plan to do, the city will be just fine. And stop all these increases in taxes. That's just a bunch of political nonsense talk just to get elected. You can't keep raising. Once you reduce the rent, make sure that businesses can be able to hire people. But once people begin to have money in their pocket to spend, the city is just fine. Just stop thinking about raising. That's the system we live under today. Raise this and raise that. That's why we're doing so bad.
Let me ask you something. Earlier this year, you endorsed Anthony Weiner, who was running on the Democratic Party line. I was wondering why and what it was you liked about him.
The same reason I like Christine Quinn and John Liu. I like Anthony Weiner because Anthony Weiner knows his way through Congress because the President Barack Obama signed on $50 billion to every banking corporation, and we are 61% shareholders of everyone that got that money. And nobody talking about it, but I know I can get Anthony to go to Washington, D.C. to get that money because he knows his way through Congress. I want Christine Quinn to join my administration, so is John Liu, because the way they stand in housing. Because people can't, you like de Blasio, you like Lodo, but after the election, you have to move to North Carolina because the landlord said after the rent increase 4% and 7 3/4% in 1st of October. They're going to raise the rent again. You may like them all you want, but you're not going to be here to enjoy the fruits of your labor for vote for them. That's why you have to vote for Jimmy McMillan or the rent too damn high party to make sure that we all can live here.
Okay, any predictions for next Tuesday?
I do.
I believe that de Blasio is going to win hands down, and hopefully some of us here can grab a couple or 0.5% or 2%.
You must have gold in your eye. Did you see me sitting here? Jimmy McMillan is going to be the next mayor of the city of New York. There will be a big upset. There will be a trial for the rent too damn high movement. The people in the East Village are getting kicked out of their apartments or being destabilized. They're going to vote with the rent too damn high party, and Jimmy McMillan, no questions about it.
The Socialist Workers' Party is a 365-day-a-year party. We will be campaigning for the working class, joining picket lines and demonstrations in defense of the working class the day before, the day of, and the day after the election. The struggle continues.
Rent's too damn high. Vote Jimmy McMillan on November 5th.
Okay, you got a slogan? Vote Michael Sanchez. Okay.
Let free.
Thank you all very much for coming in. Jimmy McMillan, Michael Sanchez, and Daniel Fine. We're going to take a short break now. I'll be back in a minute with the results of our snap poll and a preview of tomorrow night's program. Stay with us.